And he returns this to the 22.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
There he goes, right side. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Gerald Everett, 78 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Tua now on first down. Looking deep downfield. Touchdown! Mike Gesicki, 45 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A short kick taken at the 18. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing the out route, and he's got Eckler. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
On 4th down, Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Herbert back to the air. Open man downfield, it's Palmer. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact.
Touchdown, Chargers! Austin Eckler as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they may just be content to take this three-point lead and head into the locker room. And going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He hit us first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call in the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to them.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It'll be a pickup of 4. And that leads to a Los Angeles first down. On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Emmanuel Ogbah finding his way to the ball for a big stop there behind the line of scrimmage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Herbert now. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. On 2nd and 10, Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Tua going to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Let's go now. 5-6. Hey, red. 10. Cut. Ready.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Red, cycle. Hey, green. Blue is striking.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns in 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A fairly short kick from the 14. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had, you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. To the air again, Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. Touchdown. Josh Palmer. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Steps away to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but...
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Tua. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Striker, 3-3. Black shot. Hold pitch. Light blue. Cluster, stick. Yellow. Trail, yellow.
Tua on 4th down. He's going to take another shot here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they think.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, LA! Gerald Everett with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because in the back of the end zone, never let a guy catch one in front of you.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, partner, this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, check nigga.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's got some space here. The 30, 10, 5. 87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Here's Mostert. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check right. 43 rail. Hut, hut.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash, this from 33. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
at my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12.